I've had the privilege to be a part of and to serve as a Filipino-American news executive.
You know how I always say we're family? Odette and I have mutual friends that go back years, so this is just an amazing night. Now, to welcome us on behalf of the decision makers and leaders of Sacramento State Controllers, or I should say, welcome us on behalf of the leaders, let's welcome to the stage now State Controller Malia Cohen, the 33rd Controller of California since 2023, who previously served as Chair of the California State Board of Equalization. Malia, please come to the stage, lady.
Hey everyone, how are you guys doing? I heard today was amazing. Yeah. Amazing. I feel like ethnic media is coming in, closing the gap, taking all those advertising dollars. Oh, is that funny? I was serious.
We don't see the money yet.
You know, she said we don't see the money yet. Okay, well, we need to make some changes because the ethnic media is closing the gap, giving voice to people who sometimes feel invisible. Yes. That's why I serve. That's why I'm in this space when it comes to public office, and that is, I would imagine that is why many of you are here in this space today. So I want to congratulate you and applaud you for being here all day. To the event organizers, today is incredible. When I just looked out and was talking to people, I had staff here all day taking notes, building relationships. That is what's going to continue to elevate us. When you think, did you see that opening video of all the different constitutional officers? Almost looking like United Nations. Hello! No other point in the history of California have you had this much diversity. You guys ain't ready for me. I can see you guys are tired. You're not ready. Wake up. Wake up. If the ethnic media is not paying attention, mainstream media is not paying attention, you need to get fired up and get excited. Thank you. Now I'm going to get back to my notes. That was totally from my heart. Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed members of the ethnic media community and honored guests. Blah, blah, blah. Listen, I'm here to kick off an amazing opportunity to celebrate industry leaders, people who are unafraid to stand up and share a story that is not a traditional story. Whether you're sharing it in English, Tagalog, if you're representing the Muslim community, there is room for everybody, and there is a story to be told. And you are the folks that are in this space, in this time, that are charged with the duty to make that change, to tell that story. So be empowered, be proud, and tonight we are definitely celebrating you. My name is Malia Cohen. I'm your state controller. It only took 173 years for me to get here. Only 173 years. But here I am, and I want to tell you, in any space that I'm standing in, I'm unapologetic and I'm bold. And I'm going to make sure that the state is spending their money in our communities. I'm going to make sure that it's transparent. When you ask where are the state dollars going, you come to my website. I'm going to tell you. All right, back to my notes. Let's see. Some staffers who work really, really hard. I need to at least read 1 or 2 sentences from here. Okay, let's see. All right, here's to an incredible journey that lies ahead for the ethnic media and for the California that we all sit around and dream about, that we talk about. This is our moment. We need to seize it. I hope you have a wonderful evening tonight. My name's Malia Cohen. I serve you as your state controller. Thank you.
Another round of applause for State Controller Malia Cohen. Malia, you indeed have fired us up.
Yeah.
And we are ready to kick off. Are we ready for tonight's California Ethnic Media Awards celebration? Are we ready?
Yes.
We're ready to toast you. We're ready to toast our community. We're ready to salute your work. This is indeed your night. Right, Darla?
Yes. So excited. So I am not ignoring this side of the room. That light is a blinding. So I see y'all over there. Hi. And I'm just going to go this way just to avoid that light. So I just want to acknowledge Senator Steve Bradford, who's in the audience this evening. Senator, where are you? All right.
Just before Darla talks about the finalists, we want to make sure we let you know that this year we received 300 entries from over 100 outlets, serving 14 ethnic groups. More entries than ever before. Give yourselves a big round of applause. And that milestone is despite the tougher odds faced by the entire news industry.
So are you guys ready? Now, to select the finalists and the winners, because some of you guys don't know where you're standing, but you are finalists tonight. We have the 6 categories that include English and in-language entries. We called on 25 judges with language and cultural fluencies who also know what it's like to work in the sector. Now, this year, the judges' evaluations spoke volumes about the quality of the entries. So how do you choose the best from the best? That was one of the quotes from the judges. And we wanted to share some of the judges' testimonials with you. So please pay attention to the screens.
I've noticed over the years that the writing gets stronger and stronger. And the writers get more assertive about their power to talk not simply about their own community, but other communities around them. And that seems to be very encouraging. This year's contestants that I chose were the strongest I can remember.
This is my evaluation. The Philippines is today's entry on the Tran Death March. The story informs the community about a timely and relevant breaking news event. It is well researched, it's well written, balanced, and it contains information that is important to the reader to understand the history.
Here's my evaluation of Mireya Olivera's breaking news story for Impulso. This is an original story that followed the reaction of the community to the racist comments of the city council president and other council members, all Latinos. Instead of using random comments from people involved in the march, Olivera talked to key attendants that represented different groups and regions of the Mexican state of Oaxaca. This is not a news-you-can-use story, but it shows members of the community how people get engaged in civic action, a well-organized and attended demonstration.
You know, it's rare to hear these kinds of insider conversations about Africa, or for that matter, any country that isn't the US or part of the Western world. But what's more compelling is that Pamela links issues of gender, tolerance, and national identity in Africa to communities here in the US. And that's the power of ethnic media, really. It's a bridge to the wider world.
My evaluation of Rachel Tan's submission for Skylink TV deserves a special recognition for an outstanding presentation that transcends language, cultural, and racial biases. The story is heartwarming, the most timely antidote in this era of anti-Asian hate, and a positive portrait of what racial harmony can be all about.
Kalyng's social media post. It's a Facebook Live presentation that is so dynamic and accessible that it feels like a feature story. The group has an impressive reach in the community with over 50,000. Indigenous migrants must often fend for themselves. Here, they showcase their autonomous organizing capabilities.
This is my evaluation of Juan Esparza's breaking news story for Vida en Ovalle. This news filled a news hole with its humane coverage of the difficult journey from farm worker to judgeship. He methodically laid out the multiple barriers faced by Judge De Alba and her family and how they overcame them. In addition, he provided valuable insight into the great need for diversity among judges and how we might get there.
Thank you to all our distinguished judges. Please, another big warm round of applause for their incredible work. Now let's start. For the winners in our first category, features, which received over 50 entries. Our first place winner for English language, print and online, is Nathan Williams, writing for Black Catholic Messenger for an interview with an Orthodox priest, which one judge called fabulous. Originality throughout. Here is a life exploding with irony and wisdom. It's religion made whole. The first place winner for in-language print and online is Kalynh Ngo from Nguoi Viet for the profile of To Van Lai, a music producer and publisher who designed music videos to give Vietnamese diasporas cultural memories of their beloved country. Perhaps for the first time, the Vietnamese audience gets an in-depth read about a significant music figure behind the hugely popular and impactful music videos among the overseas Vietnamese communities around the world. The first place winner for in-language broadcast is Rachel Tran of Skylink TV, whose profile of a Black hero in Oakland's Chinatown prompted one judge to declare it an outstanding presentation that transcends language, cultural, and racial boundaries. The story's heartwarming, the most timely antidote in this era of anti-Asian hate, and a positive portrait of what racial harmony could look like. Nathan Williams, Rachel Tan, Kalynh Ngo, please come to the stage and come to your awards. As you come up to the middle, please pause for your photographs with your trophies, and please be reminded, you have 60 seconds each for your remarks, and congratulations.
I'm here. Everybody in the middle. Come here, please. Oh, here, good. Thank you. Thank you.
Greetings to everyone assembled here tonight. Thank you so much for being here and having this organization. I feel in a lot of ways like a junior in the ethnic media space. I co-founded Black Catholic Messenger 3 years ago during the pandemic, realizing that there was a great need for a publication covering the African American Catholic community. So to be up here, not that much later, accepting an award for our work is very humbling, and I just want to thank all of the judges for reading my piece and for deeming it worthy of this honor. I also want to thank Father Hamdi Hamilton, who was the subject of my interview. His amazing life is obviously what made this story worthy of an award. The work that he did throughout his life was very inspiring to me, and I was grateful to be able to share his story. So I'm not going to hold you, but thank you so much for this award. Thank you for all of the heavyweights here in the ethnic and especially Black media space who have inspired me so much.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much. 2 years ago, I was invited to this award through a Zoom platform, and today we came all to be here to meet together in person, to share knowledge, to tell stories with each other. Thank you, Santa Claus. Thank you, ethnic media, and all the people. I'm so happy because my article is attracted by the judges, and I just want to say it's not just about a person. That's the story about our history, our culture, Vietnamese community culture. And I wish his family, Mr. To Van Lai, they could be here to share the happy with me tonight. Thank you so much.
I guess you guys didn't realize how short I was. All right, so let's go now to our second category for the winners, editorials and commentaries. Somebody got excited. For in-language, print, and online, first place goes to Javier Alvarado and Rossana Drumond for Alianza for their coverage of 32-year-old Jose Hernandez from the Mesa Verde Detention Center. The judge called it an enterprising article that reports on the existence of racial discrimination and mistreatment within prisons, and also gives valuable information about legal help available to undocumented immigrants, incarcerated or not. First place for in-language broadcast goes to Sing Tao TV's Joseph Leung, who explores the complex relations between the U.S. and China in a 3-part series, delving into the significance of fostering stronger Sino-U.S. relations and cautioning against demonizing and attacking China as an adversary, which can inadvertently make every ethnic Asian in America a potential target of hate crimes. First place English editorial goes to Ramon Faustino El Delor from the Philippine News Today for his editorial titled A Case of Mass Murder, about the disappearance of cockfighting aficionados. Rossana Drumond, Joseph Leung, and Francis Espiritu of the Philippine News Today. Will you please come up and accept for Ramon Faustino? Please come to the stage and accept your awards. Without shoes.
Without shoes.
She has no shoes.
Without shoes.
Two for you. Come together. Come together.
Come
All
together.
together, yes. This is your moment.
Right here, please.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello, I'm Rossana Drumond, publisher from Alianza Metropolitan newspaper. I'm half Peruvian and half Chinese. When I was a girl, I were journalist. I love it. And my dad said, because he's Chinese, he said, no, you don't make any money, you're journalist, Rossana. You wanna be journalist, just take a paper, pen, and take some pictures. And I say, no, I wanna be a journalist. And I'm a journalist. Like a journalist. And then I really appreciated this award from Javier and myself. I really thank you very much to Ethnic Media Service, Sandy Claus, my very good friend forever, Jana, and then, of course, the organization to help us a lot, and then we give her the voice to the Hispanic don't have voice. The one doesn't have any documents. The one is in jail. The ones, the only crime they commit is because they don't have paper. And no one is illegal in this country. Everybody is, equal. This is what I believe, this is what we have it. And also I want to thank to the organization who support our ethnic media, our ethnic media, which is Ethnic Media Service again, is Blue Shield Foundations, California Library. They want to give us the resource, because newspaper, radio is a business, but it's different kind of business, but it's a business. And then I really appreciated this work. And I know Javier wants to come here, but for family reason, he's not here. But we thank you, all of you, and then go forward for the journalists. Without you, of course.
Hi, good evening. My name is Francis, and on behalf of Faustino and Hilda, I'd like to accept this award for them. There's a lot of stories to share, not just the Asian community, all ethnic community. And I'd like to thank Ethnic Media Services, California Black Media, all my brothers and sisters here. Thank you very much. Like I said, us, publisher, journalists, we have huge responsibility. And in terms of our narrative, we should be one and united in portraying not just the negative, mostly positive. You know, our experience with other ethnic groups, like with African American, Chinese American, Indian American, Vietnamese American, Korean American, we all have stories to share. And like I said, at the end of the day, we all have one thing in common. We just want better life for our kids and the next generation. Thank you.
Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Joseph. I'm the publisher of TNT Radio. I'm humbled and honored to receive this award, and I have to say thank you to my hero, Sandy. Thank you for really my hero. And also thank you, EMS, and thank you, TNT TV teams. And this award is also a part of the Judy Tan Superior Court Judge, retired Judge Judy Tan's work. So I will share the award with her. Thank you, everyone. Thanks.
Congratulations to the winners. Thank you, Darla, for the sisterhood, Rossana. Nothing can stop me from honoring all of you today. And we are now in our third category, which is the next reporting category, investigative reporting. The judges were deeply impressed by the winning entries. First place winner in English print and online is Nguoi of the Sacramento. This article highlights missing pieces in the justice system and police approaches to handling domestic abuse and subsequent acts of violent behavior within the Black community in Sacramento. One judge called the story an excellent original investigation, combined with nuanced reporting and service journalism. First place winner for in-language print in the investigative category goes to Jorge Macias from Leung. For investigative experiences of a transgender woman experiencing hate and discrimination. The judge described the story as the vivid testimony of one woman's bitter experiences, which might have rendered others helpless, but propelled her to advocate for others. And the in-language broadcast first place winner for investigative reporting is Paul Chun from SBS, who wrote about the sex industry in LA, Koreatown. The story coincided with enforcement of a new state law prohibiting police from soliciting suspicious or possible sex workers. The reporter used multiple sources, including LAPD vice units and community members, and captured street prostitution footage to support the story. Nguoi, Jorge Macias, Paul Chun, please come to the stage to receive the
I'm not taking off my shoes.
You don't have to.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Come here.
You know, come over.
Okay.
Love some dick.
Squeeze in a little closer.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, right here, please. Smile. Thank you.
Share a few words with us, please.
First of all, I would like to thank a lady that I call an angel for all the journalists, the ethnic journalists in the state of California. And that person is no one else than Santa Claus. And I would like to thank also ethnic media services, everybody that is working to help us to survive under difficult conditions for all journalists in all the nation, in every country. And I would like to thank Julia Garcia, the transgender woman who shared her story with me. She opened her heart and she told every nightmare that you can imagine, psychologically, mentally, sexual abuse in Mexico, sexual abuse in the United States, accused of being a drug dealer, and she was totally innocent. And above all those nightmares that she was telling us, she was telling about the 31 transgender woman that died during the first 6 months of 2022 in the United States. And that is a tragedy against the LGBTQ community in this nation. And after that nightmare, she said that her dreams came true when she started working and saving the lives of transgender homeless in Los Angeles County and doing the job that the LA County Board of Supervisors or no another local authority were doing in order to save those people. She saw the human part of the struggle. And those are the stories that we can write because all of us, we're the best. We're not the mass media, but because we all will write with the bottom of our hearts, telling the people the human stories that can change this world for a better world. Thanks so much.
Anyone who knows me knows I do most of my talking through my writing. But I'm going to say a few words. I want to first say thank you to the hosts for this award. Ain't she pretty? I remember being actually standing close back when I was a student many moons ago at San Jose State, and we're both still doing the work, so that's amazing. I have really good. Last 2 days have been super fun for me, getting this award, of course, and yesterday we were covering the Beyonce concert. So that was cool. So again, I appreciate this award, and I say a special thank you to the USC Annenberg Center for Health Journalism. I did this story as part of a fellowship in 2021 into 2022, and we talked about the tie between community gun violence and domestic violence. And it was interesting, I sat in a minute on the reporter's discussion upstairs about taboo subjects, and both trauma in our community and domestic violence still are taboo subjects. But I always say you have to rip the Band-Aid off and let it irrigate it and let it heal. And so we have to continue telling our stories, even though they may be ones that make us uncomfortable. But there is healing after that. And I also want to say a special thank you to our publisher, Larry Lee, for giving me the space to be Jean. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Paul Chan.
Swiss International, which I work for. And first of all, I'd like to thank Ethnic Media Services and the one and only Sandy Close for this event. Also, Kalynh Ngo. There aren't many awards that encourages ethnic media journalism, and we really need many awards events like this to encourage more ethnic journalism to prosper and continue fighting for what we have to fight for. And I've been working as a Korean news reporter for about 14 years, and especially recently after the pandemic, I see many reporters leave the field, leave the ethnic journalism, community journalism, the local journalism, and it's really hard for me to see them leave the field and go on to different field. Maybe awards event like this would motivate and encourage people to stay in local journalism. So yeah, I am proud Ethnic Media Services and CBN for hosting this event. Thank you again, and thank you all of you for the award. Thank you.
Right now, we'd like to take a moment to pause as we honor those who in ethnic media field who have passed away over the last several years.
Now for next award, for international news coverage. First place winner in the in-language print and online category is Charles Ding from the World Journal, who reported on how different countries managed the pandemic. By weaving stories from the community, the article effectively portrays the diverse and sometimes extreme measures taken in response to the new situation. It's a captivating and thought-provoking approach, said one judge, and that's Charles Ding, World Journal. For in-language broadcast, the first place winner is John Din Xuan Thai and Ding Quang An Thai. A team from Little Saigon TV went to Ukraine and Poland to report on the war by interviewing local residents, government officials, and Vietnamese Ukrainians. Said one judge, the reporting narrates war's destruction and human costs with powerful visuals. Memory of the Vietnam War is still strong among the overseas Vietnamese, and this reporting helps to relate and empathize with the Ukrainian people. English International News Coverage first place winner is Corey Martin from Assam News, who wrote a piece titled Jane Chen uses her nonprofit to help vulnerable babies, now focusing efforts on Ukraine. The judge said that this was a story about one life, that this is also about many lives. I love this piece of writing because it expands over borders, as the heart also does. For English International Broadcast, the first place winner is Pamela Anshan. On the talk show about Africa. What's more compelling here is that Pamela links the discussion about issues of gender tolerance and national identity in Africa to communities here in the United States. That is the great power of ethnic media, outreach to the world, remarked one judge. Please come to the stage to share your remarks, Charles Ding, John Din Swan Tai, Din Quang An Tai, Corey Martin, and Pamela Anshan.
I'm getting older. Gets better.
Bring them to the mic, guys. May I join your club?
Yes, please. Oh, no shoes. Love it.
Reporter without shoes. Can we have a group shot first?
Yeah.
Pamela in the middle?
Pamela in the middle, please.
Pamela.
Come on this way.
This way.
On to the middle. Yeah, yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, how many got here? Over here, please.
Over here.
Thank
Smile, please. Thank you. You look beautiful.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, please.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I'm a chief reporter in the war zone in Los Angeles. My story is regarding the China zero COVID policy. In 2022, Shanghai, the largest city in China, zero COVID policy was implemented and locked down to fight the pandemic. Residents in community where the spread of COVID were not allowed to go out of the locked within the wall, and the food was delivered regular basis every day. However, no haircut services were provided, and outside barbers were not allowed to enter the community. So someone outstretched their heads out of the square hole in the wall to be haircut, which was really spectacle. Relatives and friends in Los Angeles saw the video and felt very complicated and could not understand. As a first-generation immigrant, missing loved ones in hometown, especially in those difficult times of the pandemic, it is also found from that story that countries with different social systems have implemented different pandemic prevention policies. People have experienced completely different experience under those policies. This is how I understand from those policies. Thank you very much for everyone.
Good evening. My colleague's name and I have Sam last name and Sam first name. Hi. First, we would like to thank you, ethnic media, California black media, and accept this award with my friend. As you know, that seems very good. Very first day when the Russian invaded Ukraine on February 24th, 2022. The most Vietnamese in Vietnam and in overseas follow daily news only by the mainstream media. That's why it's very critically to have a reporter to go to Ukraine, conducting reports, real life, directly over there. My colleagues and I went over there. We go to Bucha, we go to Estamel, we go to Irpin, we go to the border between Russia and Ukraine, the border between Belarus and Ukraine. We witnessed by our eyes the destruction of house, clinic, hospital, school, and we hear story of the people who suffered the occupation of the Russia. 100, 200, 300 people died, especially the elderly and children. That's why we went over there to support, and we went come back. Mr. Thai and I wrote a book. We promised that we try to help the Ukrainians in the small village to rebuild elementary school. The Vietnamese in Vietnam, in overseas and other countries, especially in California, contribute $76,000 to rebuild that school, and we send generators, clean water, clothes, medicine, early, car kit, a son, and we plan to go back there again this year. Thank you very much. And I would like to dedicate this award to the Ukrainian people. They are very brave, and I strongly believe that they will win the war. Viva Ukraine!
My thought. After we left the Ukraine border to back to Poland, so we went the day after that, we went to visit one Ukrainian refugee camp. And one little girl came to me, asked me one word. Do you believe God? I cannot answer. Thank you very much.
Wow, wow, wow. Hello everyone, how you all doing? I don't know where to begin, but mine is the story of a little girl from Cameroon, Central Africa, who had a dream. My first experience as media was, maybe I was 12 years when I went to a radio station. I just had passion for it. But I ended up becoming a teacher, and I came to the United States running away from lack of opportunities in my country. And I was a teacher here in the United States, wasn't my passion. I was always writing the stories, had nowhere to publish, and that's how I founded my own company, the Immigrant Magazine, because I wanted to tell these stories. And today I feel so validated, so I want to start first by thanking you, Sandy. I've known Sandy from the day Immigrant Magazine was founded, and she took my husband and I, my co-publisher, into her fold, and we've had a home. It feels so good to be validated. I want to thank Regina Wilson, who I met and took us also under her fold, and we're so grateful. I just want to say, the power of telling immigrant stories really lies in its ability to foster understanding, empathy, and connection among diverse communities. Sharing these narratives helps break down stereotypes and promotes cultural exchange and highlights the unique experiences of immigrants. And that's what we try to do at the Immigrant Magazine. And I'm so happy that the judges appreciated all our stories, because we tell not only African stories, we tell all the stories of immigrants in general. But I'm particularly touched because I did this series called Africa Speaks, and we've done so many other stories, because I wanted to represent the voices of people from Africa who often feel very unseen here. In spite of their significant contributions to the fabric of this great nation. Thank you so much, and this is for all those unseen people, unseen voices, unheard voices. I take this in your name, and this is really going to inspire other young girls like myself. Thank you. And thank you, baby.
Oh yeah, that way. That way to go. Okay. Hello
everyone. Was not prepared for this. I really don't deserve to be up here, but since I am, I just want to share 2 things that I think I'm going to take away from today. Besides the gratitude to Ethnic Media Services for everything you do, including this event, but everything you do to uplift this community and these voices. One is, as we know, white supremacy's #1 tactic is to control the narrative, or to try to. And this event is reinforcing for me the fact that they can't, or it can't, and it won't, and it doesn't. We are powerful, we are loud, we're going to stop it. That's nothing to be considered. And the second thing is, writing is the fun part. And being the writer, we have the best part of this gig, right? So I'm really taking away from today also my gratitude to the publishers and editors. I've met some incredible people today, Rose Davis from Indie Voices, Troy Master from The Blade, and so many others, including my own publisher, Randy Edwards, not here, but for Asian American Media Incorporated. But all the publishers, without you, your tireless and invisible work, really, this wouldn't be here. So I know I'm just reminded of how much work you do and how much gratitude I have for you. And so I guess I'll just leave you with what Malia Cohen said, her words. Who knew the state controller could be so amazing? State controller to governor's office, how do you do that? But in her words, I hope we can all just remember to get fired up and keep fired up. So thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much for what you all do once again. So our next category is breaking news. Our first place winner for English or bilingual print and online entries is Maria Ortiz Briones with Vida en el Valle, whose story offered what one judge called excellent coverage of local elections in Tulare County in November of 2022, highlighting the growing influence of Latino candidates. It was well reported, offering historical context, relevant details, and timely interviews. First place winner in language breaking news, print, and online goes to Maria Oliveira from Impulso for her coverage of the LA City Hall scandal, which had original reporting as it followed the reactions of the community to the racist comments of the city council president and other council members. First place winner for in-language broadcast is John Kim of YTV, who covered how creating public art on the anniversary of the LA riots can heal the division between Black and Korean communities. Can we please have Maria Ortiz Briones, Maria Oliveras, and John Kim please come to the stage to receive their awards.
Right?
Yes, of course.
Mireya. Mireya. Hey, one, 2 steps. Excellent, excellent. Okay, thank you. Smile, please. Well, $1,000, come on. Over here, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
I prefer to be behind the camera, behind my notepad, and like my pen and my notepad. So thank you so much for this award to Ethnic Media. I was not expecting that. You know that you're a finalist, but sometimes there's so much amazing work done in other news media. Sometimes you think that other people are going to get it. But I feel honored to get this. I love telling the stories in the Central Valley. I love telling the stories of the Latino community in the Valley because sometimes they don't have a voice. So I love working for Vida en el Valle for the last 10 years, and I really love giving a voice to the Latino community in Central California. Thank you.
coverage at YTV America. Unfortunately, our President John King could be with us tonight. He has to update the news day and night to ensure YTV America delivers the news on time. So on behalf of our President, I will be delivering the acceptance speech. I would like to extend my heartfelt appreciation for the opportunity to participate in this Grand California Ethnic Media Conference Award and Expo. There are many amazing contestants, and we are deeply honored and grateful to be recognized as the winner of Outstanding Breaking News Reporting category. This award will encourage us to work harder and push boundaries. We will continue to deliver accurate and fair news to the Korean American community and the United States. I hope the California Ethnic Media Conference Award and Expo will continue to grow, and we would love to be part of its continued success in the future. Thank you so much. President of YTV America, John King.
Thank you. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Gina. This is from my community, Oaxaqueño.
Viva Oaxaca!
Thank you.
Congratulations again. Our next awards category is for explanatory reporting. First place winner in the in-language print and online category is Sue Jang of the Korea Daily for her report on Korean American seniors. Remark one judge, it deals with the mobility rights of seniors after the COVID-19 pandemic, which had not been widely covered by mainstream media. The LA Times picked up the story, acknowledging that Korea Daily first reported on the subject. First place winner for in-language broadcast in this category is CC Shen of Singao Radio for a piece on chip manufacturing. This piece brings listeners on an insider's journey through the inner workings of the US and Chinese chip manufacturing industries. Through research and interview with industry experts, the program exposes the intertwined relationship between the two global powerhouses and the challenges they face in this competitive domain. And first place winner for English language print and online is Brianna Reeves of Black Voice News for the piece on Birthing While Black, which is an in-depth multimedia series on maternal mortality among Black women who face the highest maternal death rates of any group in the industrialized world, and how doulas can make a difference for mothers and babies. So please, Sue Jang and CC Shen, please come to the stage for your awards. Brianna Reeves wasn't able to join us tonight, and has sent a video, and I'll cue that again. Sue Jang and CC, congratulations.
Ladies, here. Hello. Excellent. Over here, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much first. And then it's truly an honor to be here tonight. And then, actually, it's been only 5 years since I decided to become a journalist and also to come to the US from Korea, leaving my family. So this award means a lot to me. And I want to say thank you to the host for this award and for giving me opportunity to meet these wonderful people who are working hard for their community. And then personally, I really want to say thank you for our senior journalist, Nicole. She kindly assesses my articles and then submitted to the EMS on my behalf. So I really want to say thank you to her. Thank you.
What a surprise. It is my honor to stand in front of you to receive this award. First of all, please allow me to express my gratitude to the organization teams for hosting such a great event. Thank you so much. I know this award is not just for me, actually it's for my whole company, my whole teams. We work very hard every day as a team. We share a common goal of creating the best possible contents to deliver them to the Chinese community. Okay, so now please allow me to express my gratitude to our company and especially our my manager, our publisher-in-chief, Singapore Daily, Joseph Leung, and his wife, Sally. Thank you for daily guidance. Also, I would like to appreciate my family members, especially my husband, Michelle. Big support from him, and he sent me over tonight. Thank you. Last but not least, I look forward to working together with all of you. I believe we can make the communities better and better through collaborations. Thank you so much. 谢谢大家。
And as I mentioned, Brianna Reeves wasn't able to join us tonight, and she sent this video.
Good evening. My name is Brianna Reeves, and I am a health reporter with the Black Voice News, serving the Black community and communities of color in the Inland Empire region of Southern California. Thank you to EMS and CBM for honoring me with the 2023 California Ethnic Media Award for the category of explanatory reporting. I am so grateful that I get to cover such important health topics like maternal health and health equity. I hope to continue to amplify such stories and people in the community through data-driven reporting. I want to thank my editor at the Black Voice News, Stephanie Williams, who always supports my reporting ambitions, including this series, Birthing While Black. I want to also thank USC Center for Health Journalism, who funded this work. Most importantly, I want to thank my sources in the community who welcomed me into their lives and shared their experiences with me. Thank you again.
Congratulations to all of our awardees. Now our last category is photo essay, photography, website, and social media. The first place award for best photo essay goes to Jason Lewis from LA Standard for capturing the exuberances of the Juneteenth celebration. The first place award for best photo goes to Kalynh Ngo from US News Express for the portrait of Pastor Billy Chung at the candlelight vigil in Irvine, the day that he helped subdue the shooter during the Taiwanese Presbyterian Church shooting in Orange County, California on May 15, 2022. First place winner in the best website category is Indian Voices. The custom animation header explains what the website is about, shows a map of the indigenous peoples worldwide, and highlights the inspirational community leaders in a column entitled Indigenous Network Spotlight. In the social media category, Radio Leung wins first place for their Facebook Live presentation depicting the organization ability of indigenous immigrants. Kalynh Ngo
Rose Davis from Indian Voices, and a representative from Radio Balam, please come to the stage to receive your awards. And John Woods couldn't be here and will share his video momentarily.
Oh, okay, they're all together. Yes. Please be careful.
Aquí jóvenes, sonriente. Okay. The whole group? Yes, yeah, but is the most famous group, Mayan. Over here, please, over here.
Hello, good evening. I don't have nothing to say. I don't want to take any time because I'm still hungry. I gotta go eat. So I just want to share. My name is Crescencio Ramirez. I'm the founder of Radio Balam, and I speak an indigenous Mayama language. It's called Los Santeros Mayama. And then I would like to speak to my language. I have my translator over here. Chponteche, pues, mata chpon la oportunidad de ver un gol de salud. Club ni lo representar que la comunidad, así que yo te llena que así que voy a dejar a mi translator.
Thank you, Crescencio. I want to thank, first of all, thank you for this award. Was unexpected for us. As Radio Balam and Voces Mayas, we are part of an indigenous community that we are helping our community out there. And I want to thank to my community and my whole group that is working very hard for this award. We're very excited. I want to thank to Esmeralda, Maya, Alondra, Rosalba, Marta, and Lisa. They're part of our team. I know not everybody is here, but we're very excited and we are very happy for this award. Thank you very much.
On behalf of Veronica, Wood, who's the technical person behind the website, and of course to the mighty nation of the Kumeyaay Reservation, where they're populated by many oak trees, which insist that we stay connected to the earth while telling stories. And also to Sandy Close, whose sensitivity, vision, and tenacity allows those of us to pursue our creative instincts toward a better future. And she perpetuates the strength of the mighty oak, for which I thank her.
Okay, I'm the last one. So if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, walk. If you want to go fast, walk alone. If you want to go far, walk together. I'm so glad that we are walking together and make the community better every day. And looking forward to see you guys next year. Thank you so much.
editor John Lewis could not be here with us tonight, but he did send this video.
Hi, I'm Jason Lewis. I'm owner and publisher of the Los Angeles Standard newspaper. I'd like to thank the California Ethnic Media Awards for recognizing us in the photo essay category. That's extremely important because when I launched this newspaper, the emphasis was on good photography work. My theory is that big, good, engaging pictures is going to suck people into reading the story, opposed to having a page that has a sea of text, because words on their own is just not visually appealing. This is also important to the Standard because we have the Los Angeles Standard Newspaper Camera Club, which is a free club to local community members. We also teach photography classes to youth, so being recognized in this category is extremely important to us. Thank you.
Congratulations again for all of our winners. Why don't we give them all a big round of applause? And we want to give you and give yourselves a big round of applause. You are the best audience ever. Darla, we did it. Sandy, we did it. We promised we would end on time. More than 10 minutes, in fact. We keep our promises. For more information about all of our finalists, please go to Ethnic Media Services website, www.ethnicmediaservices.org. And all finalists who paid us the honor of being here tonight should come to the front of the room to receive your awards. And now, we have this moment. Our two co-hosts each want to take a moment to say final words. Regina and Sandy, please come to the stage.
We're waiting for our co-hostess with the mostest, Regina. Is she in the room? Because we have a special commendation for a reporter who did continuous coverage on a vital issue that received very little coverage in all of our media. And that was the work of the Reparations Commission. And here is Regina.
Okay, so I'm talking about reparations, or we're talking about Antonio and Harvey? Yes. So we would just acknowledge Antonio's work, and I want to kind of tell you a little bit about, and I'm losing my voice, I'm sorry, but we wanted to acknowledge your work because I had CBOs tell me that you were the only reporter, because we worked to fund him, to be able to cover every reparations hearing task force meeting. And he covered it from the beginning until the end, he's still covering it. And I think that his dedication to staying on a story is going to be the story that allows us to have different perspectives about what was happening with reparations, but it's also going to be the thing that's in history. And I can't go without saying, because I'm just going to say it like this, because I feel like we stole him from the Sacramento Observer. But this really was the publisher, Larry Lee, really was the one who said, you know what, I think we should do a reparations thing. And Antonio ended up, it ended up happening this way, but we were able to do it for the entire state. So for our entire network, was able to get up-to-date coverage around reparations. And I know that many of you probably saw your analytics go up every time you posted a reparations story. So many of those stories went viral. I want to say that Larry sent me a picture of Newsmax. And if anybody knows what Newsmax is, obviously it's the different version of Fox or whatever it is, right? But Newsmax had a headline, and it was Antonio's story, and they ripped it from the Sacramento Observer. So I just wanted to acknowledge your work, your dedication as a journalist for over 30 years? Over 30 years.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for your service.
past couple of years, but we made it work. I was in every hotel across the state and driving as well. I learned so much about, covering reparations, because I always want to know about Black history here in California, so that worked out really, really well too. Also want to thank Matt Tanu Henry, the editor, okay, for making our story tight. We went around the table, arguing and debating sometimes, but we always made it, we got that package out, and I want to thank Joe Bowers, who's not here. And then there's other senior people here. I know we got Paul Styles, we have Manny, Tico, who just walked in. I love working with you guys, but thank you for everything. And let me end on this note too, because I am dedicated to the Black voice. I have been for many, many years. That will never change, okay? But I also have an interest in Executive Order 9066, and that was signed in February 1942 by Franklin D. Roosevelt, when they had to remove 122,000 Japanese people of descent, most of them from here in California, put in incarceration camps. Now, the word for it, I don't like to use it. I've been told not to use it. But the reason why I bring that up, because some of those relocation centers right here in Sacramento, San Francisco Bay, okay, Los Angeles, San Diego, and I've been to a couple of them around here, so I know about the ones up Tule Lake, up near the Oregon-California border, Manzanar, and then there's one down in Arizona, which Pat Morita, who was in those Karate Kid flicks back in the 80s, well, he was from Sacramento, okay, and he was put in one of those incarceration camps when he was 6 years old. The reason why I bring that up, I learned this at Sacramento State University when I was finishing up my journalism study, okay, when we share our stories, we share it with everyone. Okay, and that does make the world a better place. Okay, that is so important. That's why I do what I do and try to get as much as I can out for the Black voice, because it's really important. Because I feel like we're the most violated community here in the United States, and you all know our story too. But I do like to drift out and learn about other backgrounds and cultures too. So I'll end it there. I want to thank everybody once again. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Regina. All that.
So I've lost my voice, and I know it's 8 o'clock, and I know that I've kept you guys all day. We've kept you guys all day, but we tried to make sure that this was engaging. Next year, Sandy doesn't want me to talk about next year yet, but I feel like it would be like, 2-day thing, so that it's not so crazy. But I know that some positive things are going to come out of this. Yeah. I know some positive things are going to come out of this. And I just want to say that, my mother who's here, former Assembly Member Cheryl Brown, she really, I never gave her the credit like I should, but I do this work because my father co-founded California Black Media. And I tell the story that, it didn't have a 501c3 status whenever I took it over. And now we have had millions of dollars coming through the table. We've been able to push those dollars onto many of you in here, many of the media, and we plan on continuing to do that and making sure we continue to grow. And so with that, I know that we could not do this without our wonderful teams. My cousin Leah, who is my operations manager, Brandon Brooks is our project manager, Tanu Henry, Joe Bowers, Lindsay and our team that put this all together, Cheryl Brownlee. I don't want to leave out anybody's name, I'm going to let you talk about your team. But all of these people, we couldn't do it without you. And thank you so, so very much. And Sandy, who is, I call her the GOAT. We all know what that means, the greatest of all time. We wanted to present her with something. I wanted to do a video, but we ran out of time. This was really a lot to do. But we wanted to do a tribute to her because there were people who told me at one point, she can't do this work because she's this white woman. How can she represent ethnic people? And I told her, do not ever think that you cannot help to represent us. Don't ever think that. And the reason being is because she was doing it before it was popular. There are people
name and they think that they can take the dollars and resources from us. Because after George Floyd, they got up and said, oh yeah, no, I'm ethnic. Oh, no, we got an ethnic paper. I'm gonna throw a Latino name on something. I'm gonna throw an API name on something. We're gonna be, I'm not gonna try to diss Clear Channel, but we are the Black Information Network. How are you, the Information Network? We didn't know you before this.
Yes.
You can't use a name.
Yes.
So we have to look at who is running our media. I am a big proponent of making sure it has to be Black-owned media, Asian-owned media, Latino-owned media. It has to be that way. That is how you're going to control your narrative and your voice. And so I say that I'm so happy to be partners in crime with Sandy Close.
Yeah.
With anybody else. She teaches, she shares, and I want you all to know that you have a true advocate in her. So thank you for being a mentor. Thank you for being a friend.
First of all,
Sandy.
At moments like this, I always think of Chauncey Bailey and his last public address before he was killed, in which he said, ethnic media are like fingers on a hand. When they're together, they form a fist.
Yes.
And that's what we did today. That is what we did today. And as all of you heard the decision makers who came to us, we didn't go to them, they came to us.
Yeah.
Our time has come. We know it. And we need, however big the challenge, we need to seize the moment. And we need to do it together. And that's what this alliance between Ethnic Media Services and California Black Media is all about, the power of the fist. Okay. Let me also pay tribute to a very overworked staff. Two of them went upstairs to do homework. They're still students. But honestly, I don't want to mention everybody, but you know who you are. Thank you for working with a war horse who never sleeps. And I'm embarrassed at how much I demand of people. But I am inspired, and you inspire me. Odette and Darla came to us to celebrate the awards tonight, and I'd like to just close by asking you to give a hand to them and to Richard, who was the voice of God and polished those beautiful videos, and in memory of a really great friend of 35 years, Gail Berkeley, who I wish with his dear. Thank you.
Copy from the President!
Hey, you guys, I feel gypped. I just had to say